everyone, welcome to Science Mania. I am Ritika and today we are going to do exercise 1.3. Now, before starting exercise 1.3, we need to understand multiplication of integers and its properties. So let's begin. So, the first way of multiplication is multiplying a positive integer and a negative integer. So let us take an example over here. For example, 4 into minus 8. Now, for solving this, first we will forget the signs in the integers, right? So, we'll forget that this is a positive integer and this is a negative integer. We'll just multiply them normally. 8 4 is 32. Now, which sign will come in front of the 32? Now, in multiplication of integers, there is one thing that you should remember, that when there are two, like minus minus is equal to plus, minus plus is equal to minus, plus plus is equal to plus, and plus minus is equal to minus. Now, these are the same set of equations that we had used in addition and subtraction, right? So now these are very important in multiplication also, because now in multiplication this is a positive integer and this is a negative integer. Plus minus becomes minus. So our answer will come as minus 32. Let's do one more example for this. For example, 6 minus 6 into 4. 6 4s are 24. 1 positive, 1 negative. Plus minus is equal to minus. Right? Now, this is for a positive and a negative integer. Now, let us do two negative integers, like minus 4 multiplied by minus 2. 4 2s are 8. Minus minus becomes plus. Let's do one more example. So now let us learn to do that. How do we multiply more than 3 integers? Now let's take an example. 2 minus 2 into 3 into minus 6. Right. Now over here, let's forget the signs. 2 into 3 into 6. 2 3s are 6. 6 6s are 36. 36. Now, minus minus becomes plus. And this is a positive. So, minus minus became plus. And this is a positive 1. So, plus and plus is equal to plus. So, our answer will be plus 36. So, let's do one more example. So, let's take 4 into minus 1 into 2. Now, 4 into 1 into 2. 4 1s are 4, 4 2s are 8. Now, plus plus plus, plus minus minus. Answer comes as minus 8. So now we will understand the properties of integers, properties of multiplication of integers. Minus 6 into minus 2. 6 2s are 12. Minus minus plus. Right? So now let us do the last one, that is multiplying two positive integers. So 7 multiplied to 8. 7 8s are 56. Now this is a positive integer and this is a positive integer. Plus and plus is equal to plus 56. So now we will understand So now we will learn that how to multiply 3 or more integers. So now let's take an example and understand this. So let me take 2 into minus 3 into 6. 2 into minus 3 into 6. 2 3s are 6. 2 3s is equal to 6. So we can write it as 2 3s are 2 into 3 into 6. Let's forget the signs and let's do 2 into 3 into 6. Now 2 3s is 6. 6 6 is ho. Shh. I'll cut all of this out. So now let us learn to do that how do we multiply more than 3 integers. Now let's take an example. 2 minus 2 into 3 into minus 6. Right. Now over here, let's forget the signs. 2 into 3 into 6. 2 3s are 6. 6 6 are 36. 36. Now minus minus becomes plus and this is a positive. So minus became plus and this is a positive 1. So plus and plus is equal to plus. So our answer will be plus 36. So let's do one more example. So let's take 4 into minus 1 into 2. Now 4 into 1 into 2. 4 1s are 4, 4 2s are 8. Now plus minus minus. Answer comes as minus 8. So here we have learned how to multiply 3 or more integers. So now we will understand the properties of integers, properties of multiplication of integers. So the first property is the closure property. Now what does the closure property say? It says that if the numbers that we are multiplying are integers, then our product will also be an integer. So let's verify this. So for example, 2 into 3, 4 into 2 and 6 into 4. Now 2, 3, 4, 2 and 3, 4 and 2, 6 and 4, they are all integers, right? So their answers, will they be integers? Let's see. 2 3s are 6, 4 2s are 8, 6 4s are 24. Yes. So if we multiply integers, then our answer will also always our answer will also come as an integer. Now let me tell you that which number are not integers. So integers have positive and negative numbers with 0, but the numbers that are not integers are the fractional numbers, fractions. and the one with the decimals. These are not integers. And if we are multiplying integers, if we are multiplying two whole numbers, our answer will come as a whole number, right? So now coming to the next property, that is the commutative property. The second property is the commutative property. Right. So what does the commutative property say? The commutative property says that we can multiply integers in any order. Is that so? Let's check out. Let's verify. Minus 4 into 2 and 2 into minus 4. 4 2s are 8 plus minus minus. 2 4s are 8 plus minus minus. Our answers are same because minus 8 is equal to minus 8. So the commutative property is also verified. So now the next property is multiplication by 0. Multiplication by 0. So this states that if we multiply any integer by 0, the answer will come as 0. 4 into 0 is equal to 0. 2 into 0 is equal to 0. Because we didn't multiply anything. Because over here we have 2. And I didn't multiply 2 with anything. So what do we have? I do not have anything. Now the next property is the multiplicative identity. The multiplicative identity states that if we multiply any number, any integer with 1, the product that we get will be the integer. So let me explain. For example, we have a variable a, a number a, and I multiply it by 1. The answer will come as a. The answer will come as a. Now let's take a number. 2 into 1 is equal to 2. Minus 3 into 1 is equal to minus 3. So this is what the multiplicative identity states. So the next property is the associativity of multiplication. Now I have 2 into 1 into 4. Now over here I can batch 1 and 4. So if we have a really long equation, then we use batching. Like I can also add into 2 to it and then into 1 to it. Now for making for solving it easily, we do batching. Now I can batch 2 and 1, or I can batch 1 and 4. Is this affecting our answer? No, it is not, right? So let's take a small example and let's try doing it. Now 2 into 1 into 4. Now if I batch 2 and 1, the answer comes as 2 into 4 is equal to 8. Now if I batch 1 and 4, 1 into 4 is 4, 2 4s are 8. Our answer is same, right? So it does not affect the answer. Hence multiplication of integers is associative. Now our next property is the distributive property. It states that a into b plus c is equal to a into b plus a into c. Now if we have a number a multiplied by b added to c, that can also be written as a into b plus a into c. So over here we have learned how do we multiply integers, how do we multiply 3 or more integers, and also the properties of integers. So now we're ready to do exercise 1.3.